Nick Sortor apparently had an interaction, was robbed by a group of Somali men in Minneapolis. He was taken for what he says is about $1,000 in camera equipment. Here, take a look at some of the video that was captured just last night by Nick Sortor.
Hey, 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 hey! Hey, get! What did she just do? She fucking...
Oh, shit. Okay, it's okay.
She took Nick's camera. She just stole Nick's camera. Let's get her.
No, give him the camera! We're gonna give him the camera!
Just tell her to give him the camera back.
Nick Sortor tweeted at the FBI to take a look and help him out, to which they responded, the rapid response account on X. We're on it. We're joined now by Nick Sortor. What's up, Nick?
Hey, Will, appreciate you having me. I wish I was there in Texas. That was the original plan until, just things went down the tubes again here last night. So I ended up having to stay and work with the FBI on tracking this down because it seems like it, and we haven't confirmed this yet, but there might be a little bit more to this than just some sort of regular robbery from an everyday citizen. So we're going to find out.
Nick was scheduled to be with us in studio here in Dallas. These events unfolded last night. So let's walk through that first. Tell me what happened. Give me the sense of how this went down from your perspective before we get into what might be revealed in an investigation with the FBI.
Sure. So we were basically, I had seen this New York Post article a few days back of this building, this complex, Cedar Riverside in Minneapolis, that is that mistakenly got $35 million in funds from the Biden administration. I ended up finding out that Cedar Riverside is the most densely populated Somali neighborhood in the country. And so we went over there, started driving around. I never got out of my car. And because I don't match the demographic, I mean, Will, I'm the whitest guy you've ever met, okay? I'm driving around in that area, don't have tinted windows or everything, and so they started assuming that I was ICE. I had to be ICE. And so they basically have, they are guarded by a bunch of liberal white women. It's very odd. It's a strange thing. It's the same ones every single time. They sit out there all day and all night as a rapid response force against ICE. And then other people that were there that were part of that rapid response force then started yelling my name. So they had figured out actually who I was. That caused a mob who then came in front and like blocked the vehicle in. And then security guards from the tower came out, started yelling at me, telling me that I wasn't allowed to be there, which is not true. That's a public road. And then this woman, we believe it is a woman, came up and just before I could even blink, grabbed my camera, reached inside the vehicle and grabbed my camera and sprinted off with it. I realized what happened. I still had the wrist strap on it. Like it severed the wrist strap. That's how forcefully this was taken from me. I jumped out of the vehicle. And I was, of course, the rest of the mob had blocked me from recovering my camera. And I get up to the car that she jumped into, and I ended up getting my hand stuck in it. I don't know how well you can see it on the camera here, but it was pretty bloodied up yesterday because basically what happened was my hand got caught like this in the door as I was dragged down the sidewalk, and the only reason that I got my hand out of there was by breaking the door handle off. That's how jammed my hand was in that door handle of that vehicle.
All right, and then, Nick, it appears that you then have interaction with Minneapolis police, whose response to this entire incident is for you to get out of the area. I think we have that video as well. Watch.
We have a ton of calls stacked that we have to answer. So, like, I mean,
I don't have a time frame for you, but my point is you guys need to not be in this area. I mean, I can't tell you have to leave, but if we're getting calls that you guys are harassing people,
we
but
we were
driving
the ones
around
getting
is not
followed.
harassing it.
We were the ones being harassed.
and 100%, if that's fine. I'm just saying if it rises to that level, because they're saying you guys are.
Well, that's the
We're
other
getting
thing
a-
about us too. Is like we're journalists. Like people are trying to intimidate us out of here for doing our First
I
Amendment.
know, but we don't need this stuff to keep happening.
I get it.
The
but,
level
I mean,
of hostility, obviously, it's not going to go away.
So what's fascinating about this interaction is it puts the onus on you. It puts the onus on you, Nick, to not be in an area because your presence in that area is essentially what is amounting to, in their minds, harassment. And this is, in effect, something that's been called for now by Democratic politicians, an American version of European no-go zones.
Yeah, I don't think there's any better way to put it. But it's they're Islamic no-go zones at this point. You know, they are places where when I called 911, and I'm surprised, Will, that they even bothered responding. Every other time that I've called 911 here, they don't respond. And the one of the first questions I ask you on the phone is, are you white, Hispanic, black, or Somali? I don't know why in a situation where you're being dragged by a vehicle down the street and need medical attention because you're bleeding on the hand and on the leg. I don't know what my race has anything to do with your response to that. And would he have said the same thing to me if I was Somali? Would they have come out and say, you guys need to not be here? Does that sound right? Well, the whole situation wouldn't have started at all if I was Somali, to be honest with you. But this should not be accepted in the United States of America. I refuse to surrender territory to, people that, I don't want to label them all, right? But a lot of these people, like, just do not have the same values that Americans have. They're telling me that it's illegal to film from my vehicle and that they were going to call the police for that. And they did call the police for that. That was the harassment that they were talking about, was me filming from my vehicle. I never got out of the vehicle because I didn't want confrontation. That wasn't the point. If you wanted confrontation, I would have walked in with a group of 5 guys down, straight into the plaza of the apartment complex, and there would have been plenty of confrontation. But just driving down the road, wasn't talking to anybody. I was basically, at the time, I was just trying to show the scope of how massive this plaza is. It looks like the first time I ever passed it going down the expressway, I had no idea what it was. And I said it looked like a mixture of a third world apartment complex and like something you would have seen in the Soviet Union, right? It sticks out a lot. It's very odd. And so getting up close and personal with it was something that I wanted to film to begin with. I didn't even necessarily want to film people.